this is Elizabeth. I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do at home. I want to remind everybody that you do not want to do any kind of exercises at all without talking to your doctor and making sure that gentle seated exercises are okay for you. So I'm going to start off by, and on that note, if you do anything in here with me that I'm doing and it hurts you, please just stop the exercise, okay? And just kind of sit there, take some deep breaths until I move on to something else. So you want to start off with just a couple of good, nice, deep breaths. Stomach out and exhale. Inhale, stomach out. Exhale. Do one more. Notice when I'm doing that, you can tell I'm using my diaphragm. I'm going to stand up for this. You can tell that I'm using my diaphragm because I start off and my fingers are touching right here. I'm going to breathe in and my stomach's going to go out, pushing my fingers apart. And now they're going to go back together because I'm pulling my stomach in. So it's another way to check to see if you're using your diaphragm correctly is by doing that in the mirror. So we'll do a gentle neck stretch first. You want to inhale through your nose. Exhale as you lean your right ear to your right shoulder. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, bring your neck up, and exhale to the other side. Back up. Good. Now we're going to do some shoulder rolls. I love these. They're my favorite. Remember, you want to do these every morning when you get up. Keep your shoulders loose so that your lungs can expand to their full potential. All right, good. Now, next one is side stretch. Inhale through your nose while you're sitting. And then exhale as you lean over. You want to hold on to your chair here. And you only do it until you feel that stretch right there. You don't need to go way over. And you can actually, sometimes you can feel it just when you're up like this. So if that's the case, then you just stay right here. But you'll exhale, inhale as you come up. This is making you use your diaphragm. And then you're going to exhale to the other side, holding on to the chair. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale over. Now we're going to do one more on each side. So breathe in as you come up. Breathe out as you go over. Inhale up. And exhale over. Okay, now we're going to do something called elbow flexion, and I'm going to combine that with calf raises. So I'm in the chair and you can't really see my calf raises, but if I stand up, I can't show you that either. But so what you'll be doing for the calf raise part is your feet will start off flat on the floor, and then you're going to point your toes, bringing your heels up, and that's working your calf muscles right there. Now, I'm using 1 pound weights. Do not use weights when you first start. I want you to do everything without weights when you start. Not until you can get through everything without the weights and it's super easy, then you can add 1 pound weights to begin with. If you don't have weights at home, you can use cans of soup or bottles of water. Those both are about 1 pound each. So, you'll start off with your arms down by your side, feet are flat on the floor. You're going to inhale through your nose, and then you're going to exhale, bring your arms up, and your heels are going to come up too. Inhale as you go back down, and exhale up. Inhale, and exhale. You want to notice that I am keeping my elbows attached to my body. What you don't want to do is be bringing them back and up like this in order to get the weights up. That's not what we want to do. We're going to isolate your arm muscles by keeping your elbows in. So we're going to keep going. Inhale and exhale. You want to do these 10 times each with 3 repetitions. So the easiest way to do that is just do this video 3 times. Now when you start off, if you can only do it 1 time, just do it 1 time. Do it 1 time for about 3 days and then see if you can go to 2 times or 1.5 times. And then you want to finish being able to go through this video 3 times in one setting. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to drop the weights completely, and I'm just going to bring my arms out to a T. Now, while I do this, my feet that were flat, now my toes are pointing to the sky, and then they're going to all come back down. So you'll inhale and exhale, inhale down, and exhale. Notice that I am always exhaling while I do the hard part of the exercise. I'm using my breath to help me with the movement. This is called coordinated breathing. You always want to use the exhale while you're doing something strenuous. Inhale down and exhale. Arms back down. Exhale up. Don't forget to be pulling your toes up at the same time. Once this gets super easy for you, pick up your weights and add them. Now, I'm sure you've seen at the gym or videos, something on TV of bodybuilders, and they always like to yell during certain parts while they're lifting stuff. What they're essentially doing is exhaling. Okay, so they're using their breath to help them with the movement. That's why, they'll be laying down on the bench press. First thing they're going to do is inhale, and then when they push it up, they're going to go. But instead of breathing out with those pursed lips, they're yelling or making a grunting noise or something like that. So that's the way I remember which way to do it, honestly. So if you ever forget, like, what should I be inhaling or exhaling, just try to think back to those bodybuilders. When they're yelling, they're exhaling. So you always want to exhale when you're doing the hard part of any activity while you're doing coordinated breathing. So I got off on a little bit of a tangent there. I'm sorry. Let's go back. So now we'll do arm circles. So your arms will come out to the side, and you're just going to draw little bitty circles with your fingertips. You're going to do 10 in each direction. Just crisp little circles. Now you're going to go the opposite direction for 10. Now, drop your arms. Just take some nice big deep breaths. The most important thing when exercising is remembering to breathe. Okay, now, you're going to hold on to your chair, and you're going to bring your knee up and hold it for 3 seconds. And then you're going to let it down. You're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale, other leg. Let it down. We're going to do 10 on each side. I only did 5 on each leg because I do think you probably need to take a break in between there before you do a full 10. If you're going strong and it's really easy, just keep going. But if not, just take a break, let your legs rest just a little bit, and then we'll just start it back. So we'll inhale through your nose, and then exhale up. Inhale back down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay, awesome, that's great. If you're doing this video for a month or so and the legs start to get easy, which they will eventually get easy, you can add weight, and you can do it a couple of different ways. You can put ankle weights on your ankles and lift using that method. Or if you have the little arm weights, you can actually just set them on your legs, and you can't hold onto the chair this way, but you can still do the motion of stepping with weights on your legs. So that's something that you'll do as you get really good at it and it doesn't bother you. You want to start adding some weight to make it harder, okay? Now, the very last one is, it's the hardest, and you might not be able to do this at first, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate it for you. But by no means, if you're just starting this video, you might not be able to do it, and don't worry about it if you can't, okay? So I'm going to inhale through my nose. I'm going to bring my leg up and just point it out. You can kind of see, there you go, and back down. Now you're going to do the next one, and back down. So you're inhaling while you're bringing it down, and then you're exhaling up. So it's just slow kicks. You're bringing it up, kicking it out, bringing it back, putting it back down, bringing it up, out, back, down, up, out, back, down. You want to do this about 5 to 10 times on each side. Or no, not on each side, but 5 times on each side, 10 times total. Now, if those ever get easy, which I think they're still kind of hard now, you might not ever add weights to those, but if it got really easy, you can add weights to your ankles for the kicking part also. But if that's hard for you to do, just don't do it, because that's a good workout for your legs. It's very, very important when you have COPD or, well, pretty much any kind of a problem, that your legs stay very strong. It's because you work your legs all the time. The stronger your legs are, the easier it's going to be to walk around, move around. It's just going to help you all the way around. So these I love because they're simple exercises that you can do at home. You don't even have to get up. You're literally just bringing one leg up and back down, and you're just doing it as much as you can to tolerate it. Whenever you start to get tired or winded, you just stop, okay? A good rule of thumb is if you cannot speak while you are doing the exercises, you're doing too much, okay? So if you're doing something and your wife comes in and asks you a question, you have to say, hold on a second, because you're out of breath. You're doing too much, okay? So always keep that in the back of your head. You never want to push yourself too hard, okay? Any kind of movement is good movement. Any amount of exercise is good. So I will stop with that. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.